can't believe I'm gonna put this in a picture frame. I love that.
Well, read about the chick though too, you know.
Oh shit, that's gonna. Oh yeah, you on. Watch later.
It's showing up. No. Just go to it now. Just hit play. And then when it starts to play, I guess we're live now.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I guess we're live.
It's like...
Yeah, Bigfoot Busters is first. Hey, y'all give us a thumbs up if we're live. Man, this screen, you're going to have to lean over a little bit.
Andy.
Nice, they say nice. Okay, so we're live. We're just going to wait a little bit and see if we get a few more folks in at 8 o'clock.
I look like a kid next to him.
This is my daughter, Christy Sci-Fi. She's in 5th grade.
1 + 1 is 1.
Did you bring your lunchbox or did you leave it at school again?
I left it at school.
Damn you. Damn kids.
Let's see, we got Bigfoot Busters. Hello.
Andy?
Oh, look at Brown Dwarf. Greetings.
Brown Dwarf, there he is.
There's Ginny's 1972. We got
Tina Anderson.
We got Billy Ledbetter. How are y'all doing this afternoon?
Y'all doing okay? This was the best that I could do, guys. We're in the living room set up on like a makeshift table because it's just a computer issue with my network. The only way to be plugged into the Ethernet is to be right here, and so I know the light's a pain in the butt, but you know what? We might be able to turn that out where it won't be so blind.
And I'm here by myself. Hi, everybody.
How's that? Is that better? Or no?
We still got the glare from the mirror, but that's okay. I don't think everybody would mind.
Well, my big head's going to be in the way, hopefully. Well, it's going to blind everybody. Oh.
Andy says, great, good video last week. Looks good. We look all right? Hey, what's up, Jeffrey? How you doing?
Yeah, just bear with us with the, got a mirror in the back.
He's shining. You got.
How many we got in there? 11?
We got 11. Oh, look, Carrie Arnold's on. Hey, what's up, Carrie?
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
Mr. Under Armour has made an appearance. It's snowing. Oh, my God, he's here, fans. Just as elusive as the Bigfoot.
Exactly.
Someone get a camera.
I'm gonna sit
What's
on
up, brother? Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, Carrie. Look at he's laughing. Brown Dwarf is laughing. Tina's laughing.
Hey guys, if y'all notice this, my aunt found this today. I don't know if they can see it good. Do you see the shirt?
What's up, Dustin?
It's a Bigfoot shirt that she found in some nutty magazine. It came with socks too.
Oh, Carrie says you did it early.
I did what early?
Hey, Gordon. What's up? How you doing?
It's Gordo.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, Bigfoot Buster says, "Oh, I need that shirt in my life." He's got socks to go with that shirt too. We gotta find him some drawers.
Yes. I'll wear. And look, they gotta be Speedos.
Ooh,
the Sasquatch right on the front. Let's see.
Oh, he says live stream early before I'm in bed. You're full of it.
Before I'm in bed.
Looks like a bowling shirt, Andy says.
Yeah. It's one of those Hugh Hefner shirts, you know?
Yeah, I got my camouflage shirt on.
Well, it's right at 8.
Yeah, so we're a little bit early. That's all right.
How have you guys been? I know the Bigfoot Odyssey Facebook page has been blowing up with a lot of good things going on.
Dustin says, have you heard about the stories from a guy channel, How to Hunt?
Yes, I have. He's primarily a hunter. He's not a Sasquatch dude at all. I listened to about half of it. It's still in my queue to listen to the rest of it. So what?
Gordon says, haha, mini squat speedos.
Hey, speak for yourself with the mini squats. It's like a Wooley shirt.
Just realized what your shirt was, Billy said.
Yeah. Wait, me get it the socks for y'all.
Okay. Dustin said he's a big game guide. I'm drinking some sweet tea from New Orleans. It's called Milo's.
Milo's is good stuff. These are the socks. They're made by Headline Socks, Feet of Greatness. And these are the Squatch Socks that came with the shirt. I'll, later when I find out from my aunt where she got all this stuff, I'll put it in the description if y'all want to, like, visit sometime tomorrow. And go look in the description. You can see where she ordered all this stuff if y'all are interested in that. Well, we got 17 people in there.
Oh, look, Carrie
yep,
says
I got those. Hey, Carrie, this would be a good idea to give the fans. Order a bunch of these, and we could give the subs some
hey, Carrie, don't forget
Sasquatch apparel.
Carrie, don't forget, I want to get my shirt. I like that logo that he did for you. It's really good.
Awesome. We're just gonna give it about 2 more minutes, guys. Who asked that about the how to hunt?
Look,
was
it's
that
Barb?
Barb?
Hey, Barb, how you doing, darling?
Boots on the ground with Barb, formerly with Babs. Thanks for joining us, guys.
He said they're coming in 3 weeks. I'm holding to you.
He says extra.
Yeah, extra small. No, I just need 1X small.
It's a child small.
I'm a little bitty thing, but you know. We got our moderators. Go ahead.
It's filled with moderators.
Mm-hmm.
Out of sympathy, they're here.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Hey, we can hang out the window with the porch light on, like Lady in the Woods.
Could drop stuff and scare everybody. I wonder if she'll be on later.
I don't know.
He's a big game guy. Yeah, he said he's got about 25 to mail out.
Yeah, that's cool. I can't wait.
That's right. That's I'm sure y'all have heard it, but Bigfoot Odyssey is in the process of sending out all the apparel to everyone who has sent in their info and all that good stuff. It takes time, guys. It's tough, especially for him too. Hey, Carrie, he's still at work, I think.
No, he said he was in bed.
Yeah, but he goes to bed early out there in the trailer. You out there now, Carrie? You still working? How long you got left? Yeah. Thanks, Babs. Because we love you. That's why they're here. I appreciate it. Well,
there's Carl and Carl Gotro.
There he is.
What's up, Carl?
It's the Raging Cajun with a Bigfoot situation.
He says he's got 2 more weeks.
Damn, that's a rough stint.
Ooh.
2 more weeks.
2 more weeks in Texas, huh?
Yes. Any more skunks?
What's up, Joe?
Where's Joe? Oh, there's
Joe.
Joe
Mizzell. If I said your name right?
Hey, Scott, got a question. What do you think about the Todd Standing channel? I subscribe to it along with Hiker Dave. Listen to me. Before Todd Standing started to do his live streams, which come on every Wednesday, which they're usually on now. I think he goes live at Wednesday. And then he has a weekend thing that he does. But before he went live, I was 50-50 on the guy. There was part of me that really wanted get behind what he's doing, but just something did not sit right with me with him. And something is still there. If anybody watches those Wednesday live streams with him, he's got, he keeps saying that he's got some horrible life struggle that's going on right now. And he's always at like a different home or an apartment, or he's walking around. And he doesn't go into detail, and that's fine. We don't need to know everybody's personal life. But you just got to wonder what's going on with him. But the other 50%, this is what I'm going to say. I really enjoy his off-the-cuff live streams. He's more of a grounded guy that I can get behind and believe. Instead of seeing... the Todd Standing that we see on like the videos, the commercials that he does. He just keeps repeating, and we need this, and get behind it. And you really don't see him.
Yeah, you don't.
And if anybody's on the fence or don't care for him, give him another shot on Wednesday Night Live when he goes live, and just listen to him, because he really lets himself, puts himself out there as being just a normal dude, and that's what I like. So the verdict's still out on Todd Standing a little bit, but I'm watching and I'm getting there. So I hope that answers your question.
Sissy. I was waiting for him to finish before I could tell you hello.
Yeah, Sissy.
Sissy.
How many we got? Okay, look, we got 25 in there. It's 8:07. We're gonna go ahead and start. It's Wednesday wine night. Every Wednesday, look, Bigfoot Michigan Rob, which he's not in here. I don't think he's in here. But,
he is. There he is. Hello, Rob.
Oh, good. Bigfoot Michigan Rob, this is just for you. I missed last Wednesday, and out of the blue, I think it was like this Monday, I get an email from Bigfoot Michigan Rob, and he says, "Where's Wine Wednesday?" And that's it. That's the email. I'm like, dude, I missed out on Wine Wednesday. So for some of y'all, Wine Wednesday is starting to become a thing. So Wine Wednesday for tonight is called Ravage.
Sounds like something the Sasquatch would do.
Yeah, it's called Ravage Cabernet Sauvignon, California, 2018. This one says, Ravage Cabernet Sauvignon is a dark, rich, full-bodied wine featuring layers of dark berry, luscious vanilla, and hints of mocha. Soft tannins give rise to a smooth finish.
Carrie said every Wednesday they get drunk and go live. Nice. Christy don't drink.
We don't get drunk.
Christy smokes cigarettes like Lady in the Woods does, and everybody else.
Nobody gets drunk here. Y'all watched that last Wednesday, and I had a little bit of wine, and I was just fine. Do you want a little bit?
Yeah, just give me a little taste.
Just a little tad. A little tad.
I'm not a drinker, so.
This is a sipping wine, and that's all we're doing tonight. We're just having a little fun here tonight with you guys. So let's give him let's see how it is.
Let's give him a salute.
A taste test. Salute.
Bless all y'all.
Thank y'all for being here.
Thank you. Let's see. Not too bad.
Ooh, it's got a good bite to it. I like that.
Hey, Margaret, how you doing, darling?
It's not bad. All right, guys.
What
did she say?
Barb says she's a rum drinker. That's good. Rum and Coke. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I cannot do hard liquor. Yeah.
You can't do hard liquor?
Not big on that. So, this one's laugh is contagious, guys.
No, look what Carrie said. He said Christy weighs 85 pounds. One glass is going to be a blast. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I'm 102 pounds.
Oh, God.
Soaking wet.
Oh, look, there's Chubbs08. That's my buddy. He lives in Metairie. Thanks so much for joining us, man.
So you're from here?
Yeah,
you're local.
Yeah,
all right.
He's a local guy. I'll tell you about him.
Okay.
He's Good deal.
Gordon says nothing like wine, whiskey glasses, and where's the red cups? Well, he's got some nice glasses with his name on it. That's
nice
cool.
glasses with the Owens signia on it. Anyway, so let's get started tonight. If y'all saw the Facebook post, I had said that we were gonna have a Mike Wooley story. We were going to do some Squatch mapping. We were going to talk about the YouTube live stream issue with 1,000 subs, and that we were going to get to Affinity Photo, which I bit off way more than I could chew. We probably won't get to Affinity Photo because it's going to be the last thing that I want to do.
We could probably do another live stream and
I think like next Wednesday will be a better
because I'll bring my computer because I downloaded.
I'm teaching her how to do it too.
Yeah.
So
that would be neat to know.
She just got it. The Affinity Photo is an excellent alternative to Photoshop. It's just as powerful, and it's like $50 compared to the subscription that Adobe Creative Cloud now forces you to get, which is really a pain in the butt.
And he walked me through it. Like I was on the phone with him. He showed me how to download everything. Yeah, it was very easy.
So, what we're gonna do here, I want to tell y'all a little story here. I'm wearing my shirt here tonight in memory of Mike Wooley.
Hi, Mysterium.
Jackie, his wife, they had the services for Mike Wooley yesterday. So he's been laid to rest up in North Louisiana, in his hometown of Keachie, Louisiana. And there are some other things that are coming that a lot of people will be surprised about. But I wanted to tell y'all a story. A night that we did the Mike Wooley interview, the part 1, myself and Fernando went. We literally, I think a week before, I found a bed and breakfast that literally happened to be in his hometown. We went and stayed there. It was great. It was freezing cold. It was like 26 degrees that night. It was windy. I mean, it was rough. But it was a great little place to stay. They had fire pit outside and all that good stuff. We met Mike. We cooked him a steak. We had mashed potatoes. We had fresh veggies.
You brought him a king cake.
We brought him some king cake, some homemade pralines, coffee, New Orleans coffee, CDM, stuff like that. And he was just blown away. But
speaking of that, Carrie, I need to get with you. I got to give you some coffee for Lady of the Woods from here. Good coffee.
Oh, to bring to her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I definitely want to do that.
What are you going to bring? What, CDM? Or
CDM, I wanted to get us some of the Cafe Du Monde beignets.
Oh, yeah. That's
and I want to send that. Well, she can't have spices, but we got a friend that has a festival down here. It's called the Slidell Festival. He sells the seasonings, and I tell you what, that's the best seasoning around. I'll give you one. I should have brought it with me tonight.
Yeah. So Mike has got stories, and not just stories, but they're encounters, things that have happened to him, and I'm going to share one with y'all, and I'm paraphrasing. He has a good friend named Miss Shirley, and Miss Shirley lives about an hour southeast away from him. And Miss Shirley is in a very active Sasquatch area. It all started out like maybe 4 to 5 years ago, maybe even 6. But things in her yard began to be strewn around. Shed doors were broken open. It wasn't an active farm, but she had tons of chickens, had tons of guineas. She had dogs, she had cats, she had goats. Well, week after week, night after night, animals started dying and just gone. No blood, no nothing, animals gone. So how exactly Shirley met Mike, I don't know. But Mike and another buddy agreed to go out there and scout around to help her because her husband worked at a chemical plant, somewhat like kind of like offshore folks do when they leave like for 7 days and stuff. So she'd be there alone with this stuff going on. Oh, another thing that happened. She had a screen door. It was made of wood, and they had like lattice work from the wood in the screen. One night they were peeking in her window and broke all of the lattice work and the wood out of the screen and pulled the screen out.
That'd be kind of creepy.
Yeah. She literally got those bars you see when you go into like bad neighborhoods and stuff. They put those up on her windows because that's how scared she was about all this stuff. So him and a buddy, just on a Friday, to go there. It's in the evening. It's about springtime, and in back of her house, if you can picture this in the South, it's maybe like 15 to 20 foot pine plantation that's owned by a forest company. It's not super thick, but it's thick. You're talking about pine trees with a diameter from 3 inches to maybe, I don't know, the largest of about 9. Evenly spaced out, row thinning, all that kind of stuff. Lots of what's called yopine or the privet, stuff that grows these understory brush. So they literally space out about 20 yards from each other. And Mike, he's on the left. He starts walking into the woods from the field area, from the back of the house. He starts to walk in the woods. Then the other guy walks in the woods 20 yards away. And they're both walking. And they're looking for sign and this, that, and the other. And they probably got about 40 yards in the woods. And Miss Shirley's dog got loose. Ran out of the house. Okay? Ran straight for them. Ran in the woods. Ran right past Mike, and Mike's going, get, because he didn't want to ruin anything if they saw something. Mm-hmm. The dog ran like it had purpose, straight past his leg, about 20 yards in front of him. There was a Sasquatch that was motionless and squatting, according to Mike. The dog ran right up to the Sasquatch. The Sasquatch stood up. When the Sasquatch stood up, Mike saw it and the buddy saw it, and they were frozen. And the dog was barking and started running back away from the Sasquatch once it stood up. And then it calmly just walked away on a lateral position. Ooh. But the dog, he said if the dog would not have run past him straight up to the squatting Sasquatch, he said he was walking right in line. Eventually, it'd have been right there.
Right there. He would have been touching it.
So, take that for what it's worth. I met the man a few times. We spent a lot of time on the phone. I believe Mike, and I believe that happened. But he had stories like this, things that would just spew out of him, and I think he really had to get to know you first. Yeah. Know what kind of person you were. And it just worked out. So we miss Mike. He's up there with the good ones. The good Lord and everybody else. So that's the Mike Wooley story for you guys. I hope I painted a decent picture of that. We had some things planned this spring and summer that we were going back up to do a part 2 and all that. And of course, that's been sidetracked. But we're trying to get with his friend Miss Shirley. And if we can get with Miss Shirley, I think a lot of stuff that Mike was doing with her, as far as Sasquatch research, investigation stories, maybe we can pick up a little bit. Oh, Carrie's going to bed. Almost bedtime. All right, Carrie. Later, guys. Go get you some sleep. Let's see. We losing anybody? No, we got 28. 8. Okay. Hit the like and thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Jeffrey's going back to watch the baseball game. Night Carrie, Lady Carrie. Gee, we must be riveting, right? All right, so that's the My 8th Wooley story. What are we going to do next?
Huh.
What we're going to do next, a lot of people have been talking about YouTube's new policy and criteria, and what they've done is they've come out and they've put a rule out there. You need 1,000 subscribers or more to YouTube live stream from your mobile device.
And that is totally ridiculous.
Okay, I thought it was too. Until I started doing some searching and some research, and then I talked to a few folks. Now, I have a little bit of information here that's going to help me.
Oh. You went off air.
No. I'm still on. Those of you that remember in March, remember the the Christchurch shooting that happened at the mosques in South Africa?
Mm-hmm.
Is it in South Africa? It was the guy that it was the gunman. It was a 17-minute footage of an attack that was initially uploaded to Facebook and then restreamed to a bunch of other social media sites, including YouTube. Okay? This guy went on a 17-minute shooting spree. After that happened, the government, secretly of course, were really up in arms and are still cracking down with how easy it is to live stream at a moment's notice, like that, and something like this happen again. So from that perspective, you can kind of say, well, you know what? If he doesn't have 1,000 subs, he can't live stream the massacre. You see what I'm saying?
But it's still retarded.
Yeah, but this is what I'm here to tell you. You can actually live stream from your mobile, just not from the YouTube mobile app. Okay. So there are other mobile apps that will allow you to live stream to YouTube if you don't have the 1,000 subs. And this is what I'm finding out. Next Wednesday may be this, or we may do the Affinity, but I'm hoping to bring to y'all the mobile apps that will allow you to live stream via mobile to YouTube if you don't have 1,000 subs. It's just for the actual YouTube app that you can't stream from if you don't have 1,000 subs. So I hope that clears up a little bit of that.
Just had good information.
Yeah, good. Try to get that out there. Y'all let other people know too that you can do it. There's an app called Streamlabs Mobile. That's what I use, and I tested that out, and it worked fine. I didn't do a live. I did a live stream, but it was an unlisted live stream just to test it.
Rob said he done it. He said he done it from his phone.
Okay, Rob, you did it from your phone. Did you do it through the YouTube app, or did you do it through a third-party app? Let's see what he says on that.
And Gordon says, Scott, why don't you make a 360-degree camera that is Wi-Fi capable with night vision flare that can live stream, or is there one already out there?
No, not in 360. The problem there, the bottleneck is FLIR and 360. I don't know anybody that's doing 360 FLIR work yet.
Rob says maybe. YouTube too.
Well,
Rob.
Anyway, so that's the information for YouTube. If you're having problems, you have less than 1,000 subs, and you really use the YouTube mobile app to stream your live streams, and you can't, there is a way to do it. It's with some third-party apps. I'll do another video, or maybe next Wednesday's live stream. I'll pick up on what third-party live stream apps will do this for you. Scott, why don't? Oh yeah, that's the Gordon one.
Yeah.
Have they climbed over? What? What does Andy mean by that? Yep, that's what Gordon said. Last night, Lady in the Woods live stream using Streamlabs. Audio was good too. Yes.
Yeah, it was good. You could hear her. I could hear her good because I got a new phone. My granddaughter made me drop my phone and I was cutting my finger on the glass. So I said, I can't hear what she's saying because I was trying to do this with my phone. I'm saying, I hear something, but I don't know what it is. You could hear her walking on a squeaky board. You know, I tell her that all the time. I said, go get your board fixed.
What did she do?
She laughed. She says, yeah, I got to get that board fixed.
So, we're not gonna do a real late one. I think the last one I did was almost like 3 hours last time.
Ooh.
I can't go 3 hours here tonight. I have some stuff that I got to get done.
I'll be right back.
That's Sci-Fi's phone's ringing. Let's see. Do we have any more questions real quick before we get into the mapping part? Does anybody have any tech questions related to I just went to my YouTube account. It's not an app on my phone. So I think what Bigfoot Michigan Rob is doing, which might be a loophole. Most of us have the YouTube app, and those of us that use the YouTube app to stream via mobile from that app, that's where the bottleneck is. Perhaps, and let me know if I'm wrong, Rob, but I think what you're saying is you went to your YouTube page via some sort of app. So you went through your internet. It was either a Chrome browser or your default mobile browser on your phone and went to YouTube that way and hit it. I'll have to test that, but if that worked for you, then that will work too. Yes, Carl. This does not affect your laptop and your desktop and your standard web browser from your desktop and your laptop. That's right. You don't have to have 1,000. It's just via mobile. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sorry
about that, y'all.
Yeah, browser. They must have used their browser. That's another way. What are the apps again, Andy? One of the apps is called Streamlabs. In fact, I can give y'all a shot of it real quick. Let's see. Just give me a second, guys. Let's see. Let's go here. Google Play. Okay. So let's hold up. Here it is right here, guys. Yeah, it's coming up. So it's called Streamlabs. It says stream live to Twitch and YouTube. That's it right there. Y'all can go read this. Of course, I'm on an Android. I'm pretty sure it's for iOS as well. This is one of the better ones that I've used. Go live, just a few taps to the largest social. there is a little learning curve to it, but hey, if I can figure it out, you can figure it out. Hell, Lady in the Woods did it the other night, so
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
Not too bad.
There are a few others, but I'm not too familiar with using them. I've just heard of them. The reason why I chose Streamlabs is because if you guys look at this right here, I'm using Streamlabs OBS for your desktop. And this is what there are two different variants of, there's the standard OBS live stream, and then there is the Streamlabs OBS. What's the difference? Well, OBS stands for Open Broadcast Studio. It's what's they called open source. Mm-hmm. So people built it and they freely give it away. So when things are open source, other people can take that and build upon it. So the people over at Streamlabs, they took, which was already a good product, which was OBS standard, and they streamlined it, making it faster, quicker, more efficient, less dropping, all that kind of stuff. So, hello. Hey, there's Lady in the Woods.
Hello, lady.
So that's the information there on that.
Hey, D.
It's DD. There's the hand.
Yep, that's the hand.
There's the hand.
Getting better.
You want some more?
No, I'm good.
She knows when to stop.
I'm gonna drink my tea.
Yeah. So, we are now gonna start the. We're gonna do the little mapping deal. I use a different software for mapping. We use a commercial software at work. I'm in the mapping industry since 2000. It's very expensive software, but I'm able to use that to make my maps and use free apps to use those maps. If anybody is interested in actually obtaining a custom mobile offline map, I've been doing it on the side for years for hunters and fishermen. You guys can actually go to my other site, which is called Geojocom Multimedia and Mapping. And you get to it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just lag.
Okay.
It takes a little time.
It's feeling better, D. It's getting better. I'm still doing the cold compresses in my little exercise.
So this is Geojocom Multimedia and Mapping. Y'all can read about that if you want. You can go to geojocom.com. But if you go to services, of course I do the 360 stuff. But down here, mapping solutions, mobile offline maps. This is what I make for people. If y'all are really interested in a really awesome product that hardly no one knows about, y'all can go read about it right there. And underneath the mapping part as well. Digital offline maps are a cost-effective offline mapping solution for iOS, Android, and PC. One offline map file for mobile and PC. 2 map choices available as a premium and an efficient. There's no annual or monthly subscriptions because I'm not big and I'm not some big software company that makes all this stuff.
Oh, Sissy said she needs to use that to go deeper in the woods. That would definitely help you too.
That's what this is about. So y'all go check out geojocom.com. Feel free to email me and talk to me about it. I'm not trying to sell myself here. I'm trying to offer up some really awesome mapping things that y'all could be using.
Now, does that one show the people's property too?
No. This one doesn't. Okay. This will show you almost everything but private property boundaries. Okay, so what we're going to go into next? This is the commercial big one that's out there for mapping right now. It's called OnX. OnX Hunt. Okay, it's the #1 GPS hunting app.
It shows the trails, the fishing. Oh,
Yeah,
check that out.
fishing, property boundaries, public private land boundaries. There's over 121 million private properties, 985 million acres of public land, 421 map overlays and counting. Plus, they have over 400,000 miles of trails. So anybody who squatches in a national forest, state park, state forest, wildlife management area, national wildlife refuge, Department of Interior wilderness conservation areas, all of this will be on this product called OnX. Okay.
Well, that's very useful.
Yes, it's awesome.
It shows you
They also have a no service, no problem, which means it's you're able to download and cache the area that you are going to use and need in the woods. You can download it when you have either cell or Wi-Fi signal, and then if you know that you're going to an area with no cell service, you'll be able to be offline and still have that map downloaded and ready to go.
That's what we
use.
use. That's what we use. Yeah, it was showing us where we were tracking that.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So y'all can come to www.onxmaps.com to learn more. I'm going to show you. I want to show y'all the pricing. So the pricing, I know there's always a catch, right? Hunt app membership pricing.
Ooh.
You can try it now for free, and you get 7-day trial, but it's only for one state. You pick that one state, you get it for 7 days, and you try it, and then afterwards you have to pay the premium $29.99 a year.
Oh, that's not bad.
But that's only for one state. Now, if you want the elite, the only thing different from elite from premium is that you get all the states.
Okay.
So you spend $100 a year and you get every state in the United States. But I'm going to tell y'all a little trick that I use, right? The trick that I use is, so I frequent Louisiana and Mississippi. Well, I want both. But I'm not going to spend $100 a year just to get one extra state. So what I do is I come up with a new email address. Because that's how you do this. You log in, you create an account with your email and a password. And then you go under it. You order which one you want, the basic, the premium, the elite, and you go through it. And that's how you sign in. And that's how they track you. But if you use a different email and a different password, you can sign up again for the basic and the premium and get 2 states for $40. Which I'm never going to be going really anywhere else to squatch.
Exactly.
But Mississippi and Louisiana.
So instead of
instead of paying for something that I'm not going to use, I'm just spending $40 a year instead of $100, so I can get my 2 states. So that's
pretty good.
So that's the tip.
You know your stuff.
Is anybody asking anything? Of course not.
No. Joe says $29.99 a year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Scott, hiker Dave uses all trails. Have you tried that? It's free.
I have used that in the past, like before I knew of things that were better, and all trails is really cool. You know, if you're somebody who sticks to the trails, the hiking trails, because that's the basic deal. Any place that's got the hiking trails, will be listed with all trails. But if you're like most people, we do with what's called disperse hiking. Instead of disperse camping, which means You don't camp at a designated camping area. You just go
and pick a spot.
Well, you think Sasquatch is going to stick to the all trails? No. You got to just be able to go. Turn off the trail, get out in the woods, get in the middle of nowhere, and go to town. You go out there with the purpose of doing your work, doing your investigating, scouting, but you don't worry about getting lost. It's always in the back of your mind, but if you do your homework, spend the time in the woods, and have some adequate technology and a basic compass and some safety tools in your bag, there's no reason why you can't go off trail and really explore and scout places that you never thought about going before. Because that's one of the biggest issues of why we do not find Sasquatch. Okay, it takes an arm and a leg and a bunch of time just for us to be able to go to the woods, right? Mm-hmm. We all got stuff going on. Kids, work, this, that. It's a pain. It's hard to get. And then when we get in the woods, what do? We just go in anywhere? No, you stick to what? Logging roads, the trails. That's your starting point. But then we're going in the woods that way. No, let's get off. Get off the trails. Pick a radius. And that's what I try to do. I pick like a 500-yard radius and start with. Remember that day that we went? Our first one that we did? What?
Bigfoot Buster says Bigfoot goes where I tell him to go. He don't want one of this.
Yeah, right. But pick yourself a radius in the woods. Get you a mapping program. Get yourself a compass, a whistle. And if you're really scared about something like that,
stay home and watch videos.
No, you can take it one step further. Garmin has an SOS device that you can get. What?
Bigfoot Buster says I might scream like a girl and scare him.
Yeah. They have a device that does not. It's you can text, and there's a service where if you're lost in the middle of nowhere, you use this device, and you're literally going to get someone on the end that's texting to you, an EMS provider, and they will get you help. These methods that I use using my cell phone, my apps that I'm showing you guys here, I have not had a problem ever.
Oh, look at that.
So let's. I'm starting to ramble. Let's go into. Let's say we just bought our premium OnX Maps, right? What can you do? Here's OnX Maps. This is the login. Here's my information. I'm going to go ahead and log in. Okay. So, this is what your user interface looks like. And as you can see, it shows you the United States. Of course, I told you I have bought information for Mississippi and Louisiana. So I have spots all over. So it doesn't look too great, right? Well, if you go to map layers, I'm going to turn on the Mississippi government lands.
Bigfoot Busters asks, Scott, is that for unlimited updates also?
Yes. They will, as they start to do and move forward and advancing this software web platform, as long as you are a subscriber and you're active, you'll get all of the updates. So, as you can see, we have a layer library. Okay, this is where you would come to get like your state data and all that stuff. let's see, hunt. Then we go to my layers. So for the state of Mississippi, I've got my the government lands on their deer zones, their possible Mississippi possible areas. For hunting, there are roadless areas, precipitation radar, a bunch of hunting related stuff like the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, their data, the Quality Deer Management Association, and Chronic Wasting Disease Distribution data, National Wild Turkey Federation. National Forests and State Forests have started monitoring and logging their timber cutting data. So you can find out when something's been thinned or logged out. There's wildfire for you guys out west. There's forest visitor maps. For trails and rec, we have recreation sites, which you can kind of see a few of them. I'm right now in the DeSoto National Forest in South Mississippi. That's where we're at now. Just looking around. And if I were to turn this, you see these purple lines, those are the trails, right? So if I turn those off, they're going to go off. Boom, they're all gone, right? Trail mileages, I keep all that on because I want to see these trails. It's actually trail slope information, but we're down here in the flatlands. There's nautical charts, lake bathymetry, depth data, and a whole slew of other stuff. Okay. Well, what makes this really cool? Let's see here. Let's go to map, my layer library, my content, and let's go to this is Carrie Arnold's encounter location. Now, listen, guys, I'm doing this mapping deal, so I can't really answer you questions right this second because Miss Christie, who's supposed to be monitoring for me, is outside. So I can't see.
I am monitoring it.
Okay. So this is Carrie Arnold's site. And what can we do with this, right? If y'all remember, Carrie Arnold talked about when he saw the creature. That's where this pin is back here. And then he said he had a good 600 yard walk, 800 yard out walk, blah, blah, blah. Well, this is it. So if we wanted to do some, let's check the line distances. So let's say we'll start here. Now you got to do every little roundabout here. That's 945 yards. So Carrie was right on the money. He said it was about 800 yards. So that's one thing you can do with it. You can get some yardages. We're going to go ahead, and then you can change the colors if you want. Okay, yellow, blah, blah, blah. You can turn the yardage, the text off and on. So let's get rid of that. So we're going to delete that. You can do an area shape. One of the things that we want to do at Carrie Arnold's site is we have located this little area here. It's some sort of field, small like U-based field in here, okay? And we want to go on that and go check that out. But problem is we don't know whose land's what, right? So here comes the power of OnX. Okay? Y'all ready? Here it comes. Y'all see what just happened? We now have a grid
Lady just asked you, Scott, does this have any options for capture snapshot?
Yes, it sure does. There is snapshot capturing and all that good stuff. If you go right over here to print, you can print it to an Adobe PDF, and it would look like that. You can save it as a PDF. I just made one of these for a friend. If y'all need information on ownership, send me some details, and I'll see what I can do. The only bad thing is I only have the ownership for states of Louisiana and Mississippi. If you'd like to donate to anyway, but so if you look right here, this James McGee and this McGee Tanya, we have access to this. But if we wanted to, we could try to get in touch with Jessica Newman from your local tax assessor or by other means and get maybe some verbal information and see if we could get access, right? But that's just the power of using your ownership data. And what's cool is when you click in one of these.
She said, do you need cords?
If you click in one of these, it gives you enough data. So you have the owner, which is Harrison Anapis Kenneth. There's a secondary owner on that piece of property. It is 80.81 acres. The tax address, which is where they send the bill for the taxes, goes to this address here. And they don't, this guy lives in Purvis, Mississippi. So he lives quite a ways away from where the encounter happened, right? So there's a lot of things you could do with this to help yourself. Another thing, let's add a waypoint. So let's say I want to get to this little thing, this little field here, but I can't go on other people's property, but I do have access to all of this. So if I want to, I'm going to add a waypoint, like let's say right here. And I'm just going to call this like Start West. That'll be when I go out into the field and I use my app. I'm going to walk to this point here, and then I'm going to go straight west. And you can also put a waypoint over here in this field where we want to go, right?
D wants to know if you need coordinates.
We can talk about that later. But yeah, the coordinates are fine. Or if you can get me to an area that's fairly close, I can send screenshots back and forth, and I can get as crude as you can print it out, take a marker and circle it, and then scan it or take a photo and send it back, and I can find it that way. I've had people do that for me too. So I'll put one right here. So, and that will be my location. I'll just put location field, right? So when I'm boots on the ground and I've walked this, come on, Scott, what's going on here? Hello?
That's that wine.
The damn mouse sucks. So when I get boots on the ground, I come to this point here. I can then use my compass and shoot a bearing on this, or I can use an app, this app, and start walking west and navigate to this through the woods. And that way, what have I just done? I've avoided having to trespass and go on all these people's land. I've stayed on the property that I have permission to be on, so I'm following the rules. But then I'm also using technology, woodsmanship, and I'm scouting this whole way too. I find this place to see what's in there. If there's any breaks, if there's any prints, Anything stinks, anything squatchy, we're going to be able to find, okay? And as I'm going in there, I'll also make notes. I may take this area tool right here, and I'll do like, let's say, kind of a blue. And let's say I find like a wallowing area that I just don't know what it is, right? So it's 0.28 acres. This is someplace that, let's say, I might want to sit. It's a good midpoint where I'm seeing like a highway. And then let's say I start finding trails. Well, you can start making your trails as well. Looks like there's a trail going here, through here. And you can just start marking up this thing with all kind of routes and things that make sense to you when you're there. Now we can make this one what?
Red.
Red. To make this one red, this might be another way you actually find to get out instead of going this way. And this is what I call micromanaging and learning the woods, but on a micro scale. Start getting out of your comfort zone and doing these little 40-acre, 500-yard radius tests in the woods with a little bit of software and a little bit of time. You're going to start learning things that make you more confident in the woods.
Bigfoot Buster says, wait, does this have a phone app? It links, so
okay.
What you do is sync?
Okay, good question. So we've shown you the basic principle behind OnX Maps. Another thing I want to show y'all real quick that it does, you can go to a topo mode. So now you got the topo maps, which you have your contour and elevation data. You can now see that this is a big ridge, 400 foot. You can see this is another ridge. So all this in here is kind of in a sloping, kind of a drainage down in here. So that tells you a lot. This is going up. This is going up. This is in a drainage. Now check this out. If I put hybrid on, this will show you the aerial and the contour lines overlaid on it. So, who asked that question? Bigfoot Busters?
Yeah, Bigfoot Busters.
Bigfoot Busters asked the question. Okay, what makes this even better than what it is right now? I'm sitting here and I'm scouting from the comfort of my home, right? Boom. So, what I'm about to show you right now is the app for iOS and Android. So give me just a second. We're going to come in here.
Also, Carl wants to know what area that Carrie got creeped out.
Hey, Carl, I'll show you in just a second. Okay, it's showing.
Okay, yeah.
So this is a software that I use to present people presentations that I do at work for mapping with my phone. So you guys now see my phone. Did it come up yet?
Not yet.
Uh-oh. What
did you do?
Oh, okay. So let's go to the OnX mobile app. Let's check this out, right? So y'all saw what I just created. I just created that live for you guys, right? And look, here it is. It's starting to come in.
That is pretty cool.
Where's all my It takes a moment to load all your data, but I see one of my points are there. The yellow point is there. Let's see. I just turned off the private lands. Let me go back to something.
Bigfoot Buster says, wow, that's cool. He loves that. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
So all this stuff should be saved on there. It's just not showing up yet.
Oh.
Let's log out real quick.
He says he's on their page now, about to sign up.
Yeah.
Mysterium says technology can be fantastic. Yeah, hey, it is fantastic, but it's something else.
Where is my contact? There it is. There's my stuff. So I just literally had to come in and toggle it on and off. But there's all my stuff that I just drew. It takes a little while to load.
You got the computer on, you're not showing on your phone.
Oh, I'm not showing the phone. Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
So
there it is.
If you see now we're on my phone. Now everything shows up. Okay. If I press on that circle thing, it's going to give you the area, the name of the line. Just like on the desktop, if I click the location of the ownership parcels, it gives you the name, James McGee, blah, 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 Pascagoula, 86 acres, boom. Okay? So, and it works vice versa. That means if you're out in the woods and you start making points and you're saving them, once you come back home, you get into the comfort of your home, you come to the desktop, it'll all show up on your desktop.
I'll be doing.
Yeah.
And it shows you the track of where you walked at too, if you're out there, right?
That's correct.
That's neat.
So, I know that was a quick little introduction. Okay, for Carl Gotro wanted to know.
Are you still on there, Carl?
He wanted to know where Carrie got creeped out. The place where Carrie got creeped out, he said he always walked it and got creeped out all the time, every time that he went there. You see this little pond right here? There's a little thing of water. This is a real low area. This is a high point. This is a high point. In fact, if we look at our hybrid lines, this shows you that you're up on top. This shows you that you're up on top. And this is going up and down. Right here by this water right here, walking through this low place, this is the place that he got creeped out all the time. The place that he camped out, he talks about where he used to camp out. You see his stand? That's his stand right there that he built. These are the food plots that he'd make. He talked about, if you guys can remember, one night he camped out here and he went in the woods and thought it was a bunch of hogs running around, but now he thinks it's Sasquatch. That all happened right in this stuff. All right up in here. The place where he thought the kids were playing in the creek or laughing and stuff is all up in here, all down in here. There's nothing there. The nearest houses are all right here. This stuff all happened all over in here. So, OnX Maps, that's it. I want to show y'all something else real quick. What time is it? 9 o'clock. I wanted to make it about an hour. There is a... Whew! So, that was a lot to get all that set up. I hope y'all were able to see a little bit, interpret how that might help you. Like somebody like for Hiker Dave, this would be awesome. Get that OnX Maps. He can sit there. What Hiker Dave's doing right now with paper maps is he's trying to
navigate his way through it?
Well, no, he's trying to find these patterns of breaks, and he's starting to correlate these patterns that he's finding. It all ends up happening around a choke point or a pinch in traveling corridors that humans use, highways. He's finding things. He's finding these patterns, which he's on to something. Using OnX Maps to do something like Hiker Dave's doing would be outstanding. He's doing it from what's called small scale. That means you're zoomed way out. There's all kind of stuff in there. If you could do the same thing that Hiker Dave's doing, but do it on a large scale, which means you zoomed in, start doing that 40 acres. Start doing that 80 acres. Start small and move out.
You're trying to knock me out.
Sorry.
Oh, Sissy says, what did she say? I just seen it. She says, great info, needed it. Thanks, Scott.
Oh, good. Cool deal. For those of you that do not want to pay money and are looking for a free alternative to OnX Maps, all free. And I used to use this until I found OnX Maps. And that is called MapHub. Y'all go check out. I'll leave links to all this stuff in the description. It'll probably be up there tomorrow. Don't look for it right after this live stream, but I'll go in and put the OnX Maps link to their website. I'll put this MapHub. This MapHub deal is web mapping that is free. And basically, you can almost do everything that you can do in OnX Maps, except it's not as sophisticated, streamlined, and there's not as much data there. They definitely don't have any ownership boundaries. So you would go to maphub.net, sign up for a free account, and you'd click on the new map. Actually, I didn't want to do that. Let's go to my maps. Here are some maps that I have made myself. If anybody is here in Louisiana, like Carl Gautreaux, the guy Chubbs knows this. This is a state wildlife management area in the Florida parishes of Louisiana called Tunica Hills Wildlife Management Area. And I literally went in and drew the boundaries of the wildlife management area. I drew in the creeks of the wildlife management area. I drew the trails. If I click on this, see how it says trail? If I click on a green point, that's what's called a wildlife opening. So it's a place where they've planted a food plot for wildlife.
Matt's in the house. G'day, Matt.
Is that me?
Is it?
Yeah, but I'm not answering. So this is probably for another night to learn and show y'all how to do MapHub. It basically works the same way. You know, over on your left you have your points. You can put a point down there. You have your line, so you can do a line. You have your polygon, so you can make an area.
She says we can't see it.
Oh, they can't see it.
No.
Oh, they just see us. I didn't.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, thanks, because I'm just going to town. I am like going to town here.
That's the booze.
Oh, wait. Let me go back to MapHubs. Thanks for saying something.
That was Barb. Whiz
Whiz-babs. So, this is maphub.net. It says MapHub Beta, create interactive maps, make a guide, embed your maps and website, organize your geodata. You can explore maps, but you can read all the stuff about it and what you can do with it. But I'm going to go into my maps. Here's some maps that I created with it. This is a map that I made of Tunica Hills Wildlife Management Area in the Florida parishes of southeast Louisiana. As you can see... What?
Gordon says I was trying to see the reflection in Scott's glasses. Gordon,
I'm sorry,
much.
dude.
You are funny. Oh,
I'm sorry.
My God.
So this is the I made this polygon here with this area tool, and that is the boundaries. I literally... This was some hard work because I actually looked at a paper map and made this and got pretty accurate with it. But I've got all the trails, the foot trails, ATV trails. As you can see, there's an information marker here. This is a self-clearing permit station. If you're a hunter, you have to check into one of these, so you need to know that kind of stuff. So this is totally free to anyone. You can make map, and this also works on your mobile device, all you need to do is use Chrome or another mobile web browser app, and you would go to, maphub.net. You would log in, create a map, but you need service. You have to have self-service to use this tool right here. But it is a very capable tool to start. Even if you don't want to get intricate like this, you can just start putting waypoints all over the place. Just start putting waypoints and trails in.
Now here's a question for you. Does it act like the other one though? Can you download it on your phone and it work offline?
No.
No?
This is not an offline solution. The only offline solution that we can offer right now is the Geojocom maps that I make myself, that I make for you. I can make them for you. You can go to Geojocom and go check that out. Or OnX Maps.
Oh, Gordon's funny. He says he's got these mirrored sunglasses next time, Chrissy. You too much, Gordon.
Let's see.
Jeffrey X, hey Scott, can you find that MapHub on Google Play?
MapHubs is not an app. MapHubs is completely a web application.
I'm sorry, Gordon. You got me cracking up.
MapHub is not an app. It works strictly from the interwebs. What he said now?
Yeah, he just said what he said with the mirrored sunglasses.
Wait, what's the deal with the sunglasses?
He said he could see the reflect. He wants to see the reflection off your glasses.
That was the only way he was able to see the maps?
Yeah.
So that's basically it, guys. On my
He said, "Okay, Scott." Jeffrey asked that question. He said, "Okay."
Yeah. But hey, it's free. You can get started that way. If y'all have a bunch of questions, feel free to leave your questions in the comments, or just head to the website and get my email address. You can also find my email address on the back end of the YouTube channel. If you go to my About page, my website's there too.
www.winewednesdays.com.
Wine Wednesdays. No, it's let's see. SJOwens at BigfootExplorer.com. All right, guys. That is going to be it. That's basically it in a nutshell for tonight.
Andy wants to know how long did it take you to build it?
Build what?
The map, maybe.
It all depends on what you want in it.
Sorry, Gordon's got me laughing.
It all depends on what you want in it. How detailed you want it. How big of an area you actually need. That's the biggest question. If you head over to Geojocom and go to the mapping section, this is what's included with my offline maps. Geojocom mobile offline map, you get a free mobile app, the free PC app, instructions, help services. You get a choice of aerial and topo map, the overlay data, which you get your county data, your cities, your roads, your creeks, your streams, your wildlife management areas, national wildlife refuge bounds, points of interest, state parks, and recreation areas if they fall onto the area you want. Optional data. There's optional data there. I charge $30 to do this type of work. But once you get that map, you have that map forever. I mean, you can share it with somebody. You can do what you want with it. It's offline. I'll do the... Gee, there's so many videos I want to do. Maybe the next video that I do, I will show y'all the Geojocom digital offline maps, and y'all can compare it to OnX Maps. OnX has me beat because they have the whole United States with all of the private property boundaries. I can do everything that OnX has. If you look right here, this is one of my maps here.
Bigfoot Buster says, "This is your map service, Scott."
Yes, not map hubs, but Geojocom maps is what I do on the side for people. But I have all that same data that OnX uses, except I don't have the ownership data. That's some big dollars to buy that ownership data. So that's about it for tonight, I think.
Oh no, we gotta
you
go
guys,
bye-bye.
You guys have any other questions? Or put it to you this way: did y'all get something out of it? Did y'all learn something? Do you like what we did?
Yeah,
Or was Christopher just babbling, laughing the whole time?
I'm sorry, y'all. When we get in the chat rooms, it's
silly.
It's an ongoing thing. Y'all are crazy. I love y'all. Y'all are fun. Y'all are fun. Let's see. We're not leaving yet, Bigfoot Busters.
Bigfoot Busters, yes. Geojocom is me. That is me. That is all me. That is something I came up with years ago.
No, I'm not loving the booze.
No, she had one small glass.
Not even that much.
Yeah.
I'm just a happy-go-lucky person.
Yeah. I've had, this is my second. So, let's see.
Oh, he says, Mysterium says you can map her laugh. Yeah, really. I'd be laughing all the way from here to Mexico.
Thanks, Wiss. I appreciate your response. How many people did we? Well, we ended up keeping 25. That's amazing.
Well, that's why I'm being funny because you don't want to be sitting here being boring. Like, okay, the map. You put the dot.
Yeah, but sometimes I think I'm being boring because a lot of people are tuned in. They want to hear Sasquatch stuff. Yeah. I don't necessarily have that just yet. But what I do have to offer is what I tend to talk about.
But you got to be funny too, because the people love it and they chip in, and that's
agree.
Happy-go-lucky.
I totally agree.
Sasquatch is cool and everything, but you got to intermix everything together, to have a good time with stuff.
You are right.
You don't want to be boring, like I said. Okay, map.
Wait, look what Mysterium said here. Look, I learned Christy laughs a lot. Yeah.
Look. I try to stay positive with things, Being negative is not a thing in my area, you know what I mean? So you gotta live, laugh, and love. Yeah. That's the three things in the world.
Not take things so serious all the time.
Exactly.
Richard Barfield asked, would love to compare them. So he'd like to see a comparison between my Geojocom maps and OnX Maps. I'll do it. Maybe next Wednesday we can dive into what Geojocom maps can do for you. Oh my God, what are y'all doing to her?
I'm laughing at you.
What? These live streams are great. Love the info and the laughs, Christy.
I told you, once we get on live more, I'm going to get funnier and funnier.
Well, see, that's how this started out. This whole thing started out one night. I was drinking and I had too much, and I realized that happened. I started punching a
bag.
Yeah, I had my punching bag out there. I got on the trampoline, and everybody was loving it. Rick was going to town.
Rick was going to town, and the lady had her buckets on her lights.
Rick Wells was cracking up, telling me to get on the trampoline, so I did it, I have since made that video private.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I mean, there was nothing bad that happened, but it really wasn't much consistency there for anybody to learn anything from. But it is nice to let loose a little bit and be friendly, not be so nervous all the time. And if Wine Wednesdays helps us communicate better, then so be it.
I don't need wine to communicate.
Oh, I don't either, but it helps takes the edge off from the day.
Yeah, I
guess. Work today sucked. You stayed up to 3 o'clock last night. You were tired all day.
Yeah, I was very tired. I was pulling it at work today. Let me tell you, I'm like,
Yeah.
Is it 4:45 yet? Can I go home? Can I get off work? You know, nobody likes to work, but you got to.
Look what Mysterium says. You all are good folk. LOL. Drunken trampoline jumping is a great sport.
Matt says trampolines.
Yeah. Hey, we might do it again. You got to hang around the channel. What we want to try to do is have a Wine Wednesday with Christy and Scott on the trampoline.
Oh, that ain't
That'd be something to see. Tune in. Keep tuning in for Wednesdays. All right, guys.
Oh, Ann just made it. I know you're late. Aw.
Oh, Ann, we are done.
No, he's not. We're going to stay for a few minutes because Ann popped in.
What time you got to go?
10:30. I told you that. It's 9.
It's 9:20.
10:30.
It's going to take you 15 to 20 minutes to get over there.
It's not that far. The way I drive, really?
Well, you're going to end up going to jail.
Who, me? Nah.
Yeah, you. The way you drive. Wait, Ann just came in?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to stay on for a few minutes for.
Ah, memories. Like the corners of my mind. Annalise says. Yeah, Bigfoot Michigan Rock. Hope you got medical insurance for that show. No, but I got a net around the trampoline, thank God.
Rob, really?
Apparently, Ann says wine makes you drive faster.
No, it's my foot. You know what they call me at work? Since I've been in so many accidents.
Let me tell you what, you have not seen a driver until you've seen Christy's side. She's
it's the foot, but they call me crash and burn at work.
How many vehicles have you been through?
Oh, my personal one I've been through 2, but at work probably about 6.
6 vehicles at work, 2 of our own. Do we see a pattern?
But guess
you
what?
be the judge.
Guess what? It wasn't my fault.
But it wasn't her fault.
Well, people pull out in front of me, so I'm a
Call 1-800. It's not your fault. We will get you out of this jam.
They said I need a tank, and I said, you know what? My boyfriend has a tank. It does 95 miles an hour. But the problem is with that, it runs on methanol. So
oh, God,
I can only do like 5 minutes every session, you know?
Right. All right, guys. Wait. I really appreciate y'all coming in.
Christy short legs reach all the way to the fuel injector
on the vehicles. Yeah. So look, you guys leave some comments if y'all are interested. Give me, you can contact me on the back end of the channel or visit the website.
Now, do y'all want us to go? Really? Tell Scott. Do you want us to leave?
It's time to go. Yes.
Look, the wine says drink more. No. Oh, come on.
No. I'm gonna be shitting like a goose. That's the problem with wine in me.
Watch your mouth, young man.
Yes.
That is not nice.
Thanks again.
Oh, you see, right. Even Brown Dwarf says no. He said finish the bottle.
Yeah. No, not tonight, Brown. You finish that for. I'm fixing to leave her, Brown. That's why I need to go. You understand? Big Brown. So, you guys, sorry joking around. Hey, look, we had a great time tonight. Thanks for joining. I know it was only like 26 of us in there. Really wanted to get that mapping deal in there.
I'm shaking my head, too. He's crazy.
Who's crazy?
You. You're shaking her head.
Please remember to give us a like and share and subscribe. What now?
Ian says you can't hang.
Wait, what?
Ian said you can't hang.
Let me tell you what, if I could sit on the toilet right here, I would hang all night. I would just let it go. Just let it go right here and just man up. Man up and keep going.
Oh, Lord. I would be.
All right, guys.
Well.
We appreciate it.
Love, peace, and blessings to each one of y'all.
Yes, thanks for coming. And look, please remember that, you know what? Don't take your life or anybody else's for granted because, you know, I thought I would have all summer long to go do something with Mike, and I don't now. I miss him very much. And, you know, we all need to be nice to one another. All this bashing crap that's going on has got to stop. We are human beings. Look at what we're fighting about. Bigfoot. We're fighting about Bigfoot.
Oh my God!
Well, I mean,
no.
That is nuts. And if someone says something about you, laugh. Who cares? What did it do to you? Can you not walk now because they said something about it? Can you not perform? Or are you like literally in a seizure because someone is speaking behind your back? No. Let it roll off your back. It means nothing. You are not impeded in any way physically. You change, you do what you want to do, you stay true to yourself, it's going to work out. Don't let all these people drive you nuts, and stay away from it and stay out of it.
Stay away from the negativity.
Yes.
Be positive.
Positive.
Throughout the day. Each and every day.
That's the Wine Wednesday motivational tip of the night.
Yes. Be positive.
That's free.
Love yourself. Love everybody around you.
Y'all have a good rest of the week, and until next Wednesday, squatch on and be safe out there, and love your neighbors like you love your loved ones. Good night.